What's up, my good people, on this nice Saturday here in sunny South Florida? Just wanted to get on today, talk about a few things, actually multiple plays and tickers, as well as some of the situations, I guess, going around YouTube between content creators. So before I get started, let me just actually tell you what it is that I'm going to talk about in this video, because some people, they'll watch the beginning and then they're like, oh, this is what you're going to talk about, that I'm not watching, whatever. So I'm going to let you know what I'm talking about, and then you choose if you want to stick around and watch the entire video. I'm going to be covering some AMC on this video. I'm going to be covering the IPO momentum plays, and I'm going to be covering content creators and what's going on in the neighborhood, we'll call it. So right off the top, I'm sure the one that most YouTube viewers are interested in when it comes to stock is AMC, so we'll take it right there. AMC. The story is about to come to an end one way or another. This now is the end. It will not go any further. I always predicted that September was going to be when this was fully going to be revealed. So in my opinion, it just doesn't look good. If you look around the community on YouTube, you're already starting to see content creators transform their style of coverage away from AMC. Some of them are now jumping onto these momentum plays that Teddy, Kevin, and myself have been doing now for a while. You're starting to see some guys are disappearing. They're not even coming around anymore. They were part of the Hopium team, and there's no more Hopium to blow up your asses anymore. Lou is scrambling. His videos are terrible. He just doesn't even know what to say. He doesn't know how to manipulate the story anymore. He's out of thoughts. You can tell by his body language, you can tell by his words. I don't even know why he doesn't rewatch his videos before he uploads them, because if he were, he'd probably say, shit, if I'm someone watching me, I'd be like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? So it seems like per his latest video now, he just wants to get people out even, or with a little bit of profit, or maybe even just lose a little bit. How funny is that? One of the first few guys that said this was going into the thousands, the tens of thousands, and here we are now with a stock that's $18, and he's basically telling these people, get the hell out at even if you can. And he's blaming Adam Aaron as if we didn't know that was the problem from the beginning. Either way, in regards to AMC and APE, APE, I'm going to be watching them right away in the pre-market. I have an early morning show that gets started around 5 or 6 a.m. If I'm able to get on earlier, I do come on earlier, but I will be one of the first few up and early seeing what's going on with APE as it takes its place Monday, August 22nd. It will be a tradable stock. We'll see what happens to AMC. Clearly, the price of AMC will be chopped in half. So it's 18. It's going to probably be about $9 for AMC and $9 for APE. So we'll find out. I got dry powder waiting on the sidelines, ready to pounce if it looks like there's a lot of volume and it looks like there's covering going on, or if people are buying APE, I'm ready to get in and I'm ready to make some money off of it. I ain't holding shit to no moon, so you don't count me in on that plan. I'm coming to grab some of that money, and I'm coming to get in and get out like we've been doing on most plays. So that's my story on AMC. Let's move on to the momentum IPO, social media, Teddy Zane driven plays. Seems like a lot of viewers are taking what I say about certain people out of context. I'm a one-man show. If I've supported somebody else, that's just what it is. It's support. If things change, I don't mind changing my attitude, if you will, regarding that particular YouTuber if it must be. With respects to the IPOs, everybody was real pissed off on Thursday. Everybody that was pissed off on Thursday was in my live while I was trying to do damage control and tell you guys that these aren't the safest place to be getting into unless Teddy can explain in fact that no shorts or shorts are going in there and your money is in there with shorts. Then it is a game that is retail versus retail, and seeing who is going to play hot potato. So I got it at this price. I'm going to sell it real quick to you, and you get stuck holding the bag. I saw him on a live say no, that the shorts are also in there with our money. I don't think so. I don't see any proof of that. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, or Teddy, if you have proof that shorts are also in on IPOs, please provide that proof. Other than that, regarding the IPO plays, I'm just going to watch them. I'm going to play them the way I see fit. But I think it's a spot where retail can really get hurt. A lot of retail has already been hurt by the plays. It's a game of get in and get out, yeah, but there's going to be just as many people that didn't get out as there are people that got out with money. Just for the record, I have no problem with Teddy Zane. I think he's a cool dude. I just do not agree with the IPO plays. But like I said, having said all that stuff, I am still going to personally watch and trade it as I see fit. As of right now, I don't think I need to be involved in pre-ordering and all the hoopla that goes on with Webull not giving you enough of your shares that you pre-order, or removing the ability to trade it, buy it, sell it, what have you. Today it's Webull, tomorrow it's Robinhood, the day after it's TD Ameritrade, and it's not something that I want to get involved in. If I'm going to play these stocks, me personally, myself, I'm going to allow it to settle. Settle because clearly it has dips. And if I really feel like I can make money on it, I will get in on it when it becomes tradable fully on all platforms and everybody is fair game. As of right now, there's just too much craziness going on, and that's not where I want to put my money for the time being. On a pre-order, that is. I know a lot of you will disagree and say, okay, well, if you don't get the pre-order, what's the big deal? Well, the big deal is, you know, you want to have some sort of expectation. A lot of people put money into Webull for a lot of shares, and the most they got was 4 shares. So what's the big, who cares if you get 4 shares? That ain't going to change your life. I need to be able to have the ability to move my money as I see fit, right? And unfortunately, here's the catch of it all. These stocks seem to be running up really high when you don't get a lot of pre-orders filled. Then that means the FOMO people need to come in and try to grab the stock at higher prices that are even being asked by the market maker at this point. That's how Megl ran up. People were just putting in high numbers to try to catch some of these shares. So clearly this game is all kinds of fucked up. So if you get a bunch of pre-orders filled, in the case of Lucy, L-U-C-Y, that never left the fucking ground, you can see that didn't work out. In the case of Megl, where you only got a few shares filled and people FOMO'd, then the price ripped and ran up. In the case of GCT, the same thing happened. Not enough pre-market fill orders in certain platforms caused people to FOMO and buy in, causing the price to run up. So it's crazy. You can't get pre-orders filled, but that's a good thing. So this is what I'm trying to say. This is not where I want to put my money. I want to go against hedge funds. I want to go against highly shorted stocks. And in the case of some of these IPOs, after they've settled for a week or two and shorts start coming in to try to short it down, that's when it becomes a play for me, like in Megl. Megl right now, M-E-G-L, to me is a short interest play, a high short interest play. We don't have that data readily available to us right now, but we know that the cost to borrow is going up. And if the cost of borrow is going up, then that means someone's looking for shares, meaning that the brokerage is probably saying, hey, listen, I got to drive the price up on the cost to borrow because I don't have that many shares to lend out. So I'm lending them out basically to the highest bidder that is willing to pay a high amount of fees to borrow these shares. So to close this video, I've covered AMC, in my opinion there. I've covered the IPO momentum plays. And to end it, I just want to put it out there. I have clearly no problems with Kevin. Him and I speak off of the camera. We speak privately to each other. With Teddy, I've never spoken to him privately. I've only shown him support. I just disagree with this style of play, getting retail, but it's his choice. He is free to do whatever he wants with his channel, promote IPOs, and you can play them if you want. I'm nobody to tell anybody what to do with their money or what to do with their channel. So I wish him nothing but the best, but I am not in agreement with this style of play. That does not mean that I don't like the dude. Have I been caught up in talking about certain things regarding how he is putting out content regarding the IPOs? Yeah, at least I'm a man to admit it. But I will tell you this, You got a lot of the children in the comment section, especially in the live streams, that go like little kids in a classroom, hopping in and out of rooms saying, oh, he said this about you, ha 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 ha. Oh, he said this about you, ha 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 ha. And a lot of things get taken out of context. And one thing's for sure though, and this is speaking to Kevin and to Teddy, you guys are not removed from this situation, because I've been in your live streams quietly not saying anything, and I've heard you talking about me too. But I'm a grown-ass man. I'm not going to go, oh, he said this about me. Oh, how am I going to live? How am I going to survive? No, that's not the kind of guy I am. It takes a lot to rattle this cage, and the people that really know me now on my subscribers, they know you can't rattle this guy easily. He handles business pretty quickly. So like I said, I don't have a problem with those guys. I was the one that went out of my way to promote them, or to get my viewers to go look at them. Whether they wanted that or not, I understand that. They didn't ask me for it, but it's something that I did. So mathematically, it doesn't make much sense for me to be the first one to kind of say like, oh, these guys, they're horrible, I don't like them. I'm not like, no. I was the one that went out of my way to actually pump them like these IPOs are being pumped pretty much. But that's pretty much it, guys. I will be up early Monday covering the pre-market. Hope to see you guys there. If you have not had a chance to get in there, I cover pre-market movers and gainers. The IPOs, if they're coming out on a particular day, I will cover that. It gives you a spot to kind of get a jump start on the market with me live really early for those people that are just early risers. You've got truckers, you've got people that get up early for work, you've got people taking care of their children that they're just up at that time, and they don't have anybody that they can kind of listen to on YouTube to give them a little insight about what's going on. But other than that, right now I am supporting Megl. That's my play right now. That's, you know, yes, it was IPO'd and driven by Teddy Zane, but he's already said I don't go back into IPOs. I move on to the next one. So this is me just picking it up, thinking that that one has a chance to go to triple digits. It was the only other one that went to triple digits after HKD. There's a lot of people holding very heavy bags in that stock. I'm not holding a heavy bag on it because I only bought 7 shares at 190 average, and I have since bought about 350 more shares at these rock bottom prices. So my bag is not very heavy on Megl. I'm down currently, but it's not a big deal. This is a type of stock that can do what it did on Thursday, and all of a sudden at 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it had a major rip and a halt up to like 15 and change from like a low of like $10 and change. So that's the kind of potential that this stock has. I speak to people privately that are holding tons of shares and continue to average down. I did a poll, as you guys know. What would you do if somebody gave you $10,000 and you had to pick one of the 4 stocks to own? Megl, AMC, FRZA, or TBLT? Lo and behold, we knew AMC would probably be number 1 on that because of its popularity, but number 2 was Megl. So my theory seems to be correct. There's a lot of people that are holding that stock that they bought, they FOMO'd at the top, they got caught as it rode down, and they said, you know what, I'm just gonna let it rot into my portfolio until it comes back to some sort of normal price where I can either get out, or maybe it just rips up somehow like HKD, and a mistake turns into a very valuable stock. And that's where a lot of people are with Megl. That's my theory. And not only are a bunch of people stuck at the top of Megl and possibly triple digits of owning that stock, but it seems like everybody is buying it up at the bottom, right? So 10, 11, 12, even 13, everybody's buying it up. So I'm pretty convinced that that float is locked up. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of shares available to borrow. So it's only a matter of time before that is an actual squeeze play and it actually gets squozen and it runs back up. And that's what I'm waiting for. You know, it's my large position right now, and that's what I'm talking about going forward until I decide to sell it, or I believe that it just isn't going to happen. But that's it, guys. It's a almost 15-minute video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some info. If nothing else, I will see you very early on Monday between 5 and 6 a.m. Likely Eastern Standard Time. But it could be possible if I wake up and my one eye opens and I'm looking at my phone and something's starting to run and I have to rush into the shower and get on live so that we can cover it together, then that'll be the situation. But that's what I got for you guys. Thank you for watching. John Wick Sniping is out.